This episode is brought to you by PayPal. You had plans for the last days of summer. And back-to-school shopping has its own plans. School supplies, dorm essentials, your list doesn't stop. Neither does the spending. But when you pay in full with PayPal, you can pay over time. No interest, no fees. Check out with PayPal and get back to summer. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payinfor. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
Propel Fitness Water. With Gatorade electrolytes, zero sugar, and vitamins, Propel hydrates better than water to help you get the most out of your workout and get back to your best self. What propels you? Propel with Gatorade electrolytes.
This episode is brought to you by Facebook. So you were scrolling on Marketplace, and there it was, the bike you'd been searching for. You sent a message, and it turned out the seller was super chatty, kind of funny, and an avid cyclist. The next thing you know, you're in a cycling crew. Well, a community cycling group. The thing about Facebook, you might find more than what you're looking for. From a browse to a bike ride, this summer find more on Facebook.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Coach Unplugged. I'm so happy you decided to join us. Before we jump in, I don't do this every week, but I would love if you went over, left a review, left a comment. I listen to all of those. Give me some topics. Send over to Steve at teachhoops.com. What kind of topics do you want to hear? But before we jump into today's topic, I'd like to give a big shout out to our two sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the number one shooting machine on the market. I've tried them all, and this is not only how innovative are, but the workouts and what I love about Dr. Dish is they give back to the community. If you follow them on Facebook, if you follow them on Twitter, they're always giving back to the basketball community. And you mentioned Coach Unplugged, they'll give you $450 off. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It is a one-stop shop for basketball coaches. It's resources, it's handouts, it's videos, it's one-on-one calls, it's office hours. It's a coach. It's a resource run by a coach for a coach. It's not an ex-coach, not someone that's been let go, not someone that's coaching part-time. This is what I do. And Teach Hoops helps me keep the bills on. It helps me put up these podcasts, 13 podcasts a week. Teach Hoops helps me be able to do that. And it's a roadmap for you to be successful. And let me help you in this great journey that we call coaching. But let's head off to the podcast.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey, Coach. How you doing?
Good.
Thanks for jumping on. As normal, I've just got a list of things to kind of rip through if you're good.
Go ahead.
Awesome. Hey, what's your general rule on fast break if it's a team you haven't really seen up to this point, like in practice? Do you have one guy go back or two guys? What's your general philosophy on that?
So you're saying you don't know if they fast break?
Yeah, maybe it's in a tournament or someone you're not really sure, or just when you're
So I usually have one guy always back, and it's usually my top guy.
Okay, just whoever's around the top of the key.
And it will depend. Yeah, whoever's near the top, I tend to have back.
Okay.
Ideally, I'd like my point guard, so it's usually the guard that's near the top is who I have back. And again, it's like we work on, there's teams in our league that we have to get back on. So it's never really a worry. Usually I'll know within the first 2 or 3 minutes if we have to make an adjustment.
Okay.
And then I try to do it on the fly. That I don't know if that's ever really been a problem, but it's a good question, but I don't know if it's ever been a problem. As long as you're teaching them to get back, work on that transition drill, kind of, where you switch from offense to defense.
Okay. And then if they're like a good 3-point shooting team, or they're really fast breaking, and then there are other times where you just send everybody back, all 5 guys, just as the shot goes up?
I usually send at least one to the offensive rebound. But there'll be times where we sprint, we've played opponents where it's like as soon as that shot goes up, we're back. just because we can't give them we don't want to give them any easy buckets. But yeah, can be a game time decision if it needs to be.
Okay, cool. Now I was going to ask you, we chatted a little bit last time about a quick hitter for like a zone offense, and I think you said you had some quick hitters or plays coming out.
I'm putting it up on Tuesday. It's like Tuesday the 1st. I'm putting up a course and I'll have a PDF with everything on that.
Zone for zones too?
Yeah, it should be the same. You should have one that you just run. Because to be honest with you, so it becomes a chess match. Like you want something that's going to work against a zone and a man, especially at the end. Ideally, a quick hitter will work against both, because unless you're doing it on the fly and running it, if you usually it's after a timeout, and coaches often change from man to zone or zone to man. So they might be playing man for the first half, and then all of a sudden, they might want to switch it. And then all of a sudden, if you diagrammed up something that only works against a man, then that can be the problem. Okay,
cool. I'll wait till that comes out. Now, one thing I do want to ask you is, like end of game plays. I know they don't come up a lot, but like in the game, and say there's 3 seconds left, you have to go full court. Usually, most end of the game plays I see sends the ball to half court, and then you maybe hit
that's
an
really
outlet
hard
or
to
something.
do. That's really hard to do. I will try to find the one I have on that. I have a couple. I will call one home run. I have one less than 3, more than 3. Less than 3, more than 3. It's hard to get. It's hard. It's basically a second and dribble. And I've seen more than my share of games that have run out and there hasn't been a shot at it. You coach boys, right? It's boys.
Yeah, boys high school. Yes.
Okay, so the boys can sometimes with the girls it's hard for them to even get that pass that long. Boys can usually have somebody that is used to throwing a football, so they can make it that distance.
Right.
You get it to the elbow, extended, and then they can usually, if they can catch it, they can turn and maybe even take a dribble or a kick. The problem with girls is they've had, and it depends on the team, but problems getting the ball that far.
Right.
So again, it depends if you have a timeout, you don't have a timeout. So I would, try to diagram something up that you can go full court in 3 seconds and get a shot. Usually it's a misdirection. You get them curling. A good curling play is good with 3 seconds, because then they get it, they catch it, they dribble 1, 2, and then they let it go.
Because I'd love to see that, because I haven't had any situations in the games like that. But it seems like for me, be on the other side, it would make sense to switch to a 1-3-1 the last second, 2 or 3 seconds, because that kills the middle. Is that true or no?
It kills the middle, and it yes, especially if you got wings. So that's what I'm saying. It's like this chess match kind of thing. So therefore, then you're gonna it's kind of like throwing a Hail Mary at the end of a game. Sometimes you just want to throw it up and hope it gets there. So I'll have one of my assistants see if they can find that. I know I have it. I have all my plays on clear transparencies. So literally I have them all drawn out. So I grab them from my assistant. I put it on my, I have a magnetic board, put it on my board, put the magnets on top, and it's all ready to go. You can do the same thing with a white piece of white paper. So I think you want those things that have already run them during practice, and then you want them ready to go. So when you grab it, you're not trying to draw things up. You've got it drawn up, and then you can spend the time telling kids where they need to go. So you can even do that on a white piece of paper on a clipboard, and so they can see, John, you're here at the top of the key, Bill, you're over here, or whatever. So they can see it, because it's more, if you can get them in the right spots, at least you got a shot at it.
Right.
So that's a good like hint for down the stretch kind of things.
Okay. No, that's really good, because my general thought is that if you have 5 seconds full court, you can push it up, but if it's 3-4 seconds less, then you throw. You
gotta almost throw it and hope. Yep. Misdirection.
Okay. the other thing I would ask is, how do you usually attack like a 2-3 extended zone where they're sending the two top guys almost picking up at half court?
So then I put guys behind those two guys. So put somebody. I mean, you saying they're going to trap out of that?
Yeah, or it's running a 2-3 zone and the top two guys are picking up at half court.
Yeah, so they're basically just trying to get you to stretch it. So I usually have someone standing at the top of the key. I have someone standing at the top of the key and so someone's going to have to decide then, are the bottom three guys going to stay home or is somebody going to come up? So okay. I'll bring because usually my two guards are helping bring the ball up. So at that point, or whoever's bringing the ball, it doesn't have to positionless basketball basically, but whoever's bringing the ball up, you usually have one or two guys bring the ball up. I want to stretch them. I might even put everybody above the free throw line at that point, like in a 1-4 set. So okay, guys, two guys at the elbow, two guys at the wing. What are you going to do with those bottom guys? Are you going to stretch up all the way? Probably not, because you're going to want to protect the rim. So I just put 4 across and, you're basically making them, they have to make a decision at that point.
Gotcha. So put them all across, you said pretty much at the free throw line?
Yeah, I'd put all
that
4 of them.
Okay.
I'd have your point guard, whoever's bringing the ball up, bring it up, and I'd bring everybody else across the free throw line. So then those bottom guys, if they're running a 2-3, those bottom guys are going to have to decide what they want to do.
Right.
And if there's 4 guys there and there's 2 up at half court stretching, somebody's going to be open. Like, if they're playing a zone and they're, unless it's man-to-man matchup kind of thing, then it's just then just run your man offense. But someone will be open on that.
Okay. Yeah, and that's one thing that I kind of have a little bit of challenge is like under the full court press, I have something that we kind of run out of that. But is your philosophy for like a 3/4 press, should that be the same as a full court press? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they extend it 3/4, sometimes it's.
This episode is brought to you by PayPal. You had plans for the last days of summer. And back-to-school shopping has its own plans. School supplies, dorm essentials, your list doesn't stop. Neither does the spending. But when you pay in full with PayPal, you can pay over time. No interest, no fees. Check out with PayPal and get back to summer. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payinfor. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Gatorade Zero powders have been scientifically designed to help improve hydration balance in the body. With a clinically proven electrolyte blend and no artificial colors or flavors. Great tasting hydration no matter where you're going. Shop now online or at retailers nationwide. Gatorade, hydrates better than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
Or
are you talking about press?
Do you just have one press breaker?
Are you talking about how to break the press?
Yeah. I guess what I'm saying is like sometimes it's full court, understand that, but then they bring it back and they bring, it's 3/4. Is there something general that you run for any type of level?
The best way to break a press is get it up before they can set the press up. If you're fast, that's the best way to break a press is get if you know a team's going to press you, let's go. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get the ball out and get it over half court before you can even set your press up. We're gonna go. So that's the best way to break a press. But as far as a press break goes, I would just have. It doesn't matter if it's full. There's going to be more openings. To be honest with you, it's really hard to run a full court press where it's picking up on the ball. I would run basically. Yeah, I'd run a similar thing. I think on the press break course in Teach Hoops, I think I have kind of my press breaks, but that 1-4 or the sideline break or any of those will work. I've seen very few high school teams, unless they have a really good athletic kid on the ball. Usually it's not full court. They usually by the time they set it up, it's 3/4 court at the free throw line. Because it's really hard to do that. So yeah, I would just run the same thing. But if you're really worried about it, spend the week getting the ball up before they can press you.
So do you just have the closest person to the goal, pick it up, step out of bounds?
Yeah, that's what I tend to have. I tend to have, Yeah, I tend to have, as long as it's not my point guard, and even if it's my point guard, it's not necessarily, unless it's the end of the game. If it's the end of the game, then that's an issue because I want the ball in their hand. They tend to be, the guards tend to be the better free throw shooters. But yeah, I tend to have the closest one. And if we're trying to get it up fast, definitely get it and get it in before they can even know what's going on.
So if you're big, picks the ball out, sets out of bounds, and maybe they're putting a lot of pressure, having trouble getting it in, because the person I have throwing the ball in, I usually have them as a relief valve, and they can dribble. So if I have someone that really can't dribble, should I maybe even have a guy step out of bounds and throw it to him and just run a normal press break? Or
yeah, you could do that. You could do that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's more about putting them in the situation of what it feels like too. If you've got enough guys, I'd put 6 or 7 defenders out there and let them feel what it is to really be pressured. Because part of it is they're trying to take you out of your comfort zone when they're pressing you. That's what they're trying to make you make a bad decision. So you want to put them in that situation in practice where it feels like, oh my gosh, I can't get the ball. It's the you can't dribble to break the press. You're going against 6 or 7 guys, all this kind of stuff that your point guard has to take it out. You want to make those obstacles hard so they get used to it when they have to actually do it 5-on-5.
Okay, so even if it's a guy that doesn't normally throw it in, if he's underneath the goal, step in, kick it to the guard, and then if there's pressure, then just everybody kind of goes to the normal press break spots and
or diagonal cut fast. Diagonal cut fast, and you'll probably be open. But yes. Don't over dribble.
Right,
the thing is, you don't want to over dribble, especially if you're not good at press breaks. Don't over dribble. So spend a lot of time on them breaking without dribbling it.
Okay, all right, that's super helpful. And we were chatting about, I don't know if you had a chance or if you have something, but we were talking about our last call about an end of game sheet. Do you have anything like that? When I say end of game sheet,
I didn't have a chance to look.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So remind me what that was. So we were talking about.
So just like to help me out at the end of the game situation, so I know just a sheet that would have like who's their best foul shooter, who's their best 3-point shooter, how many timeouts do they have out, how many timeouts do we have out, all the things you kind of need to have there that my assistant would just be keeping up with and just hand it to me. Or do you do something like that?
I don't. I have an assistant that basically keeps a short sheet of paper, but I will look. I used to have something that would even have like down 3, we should do this, up 3, we should do this, kind of like football. I'll see if I can find that. But usually, it's as simple as timeout. How many timeouts do we have? Are we in foul trouble? Are they in foul trouble? Can we foul? Can we not foul? And then I usually have a list of, I have one sheet of paper with everything that we're running. So I have my offenses, my defenses, my out of bounds plays, my quick hitters, my situational stuff. I have that on one sheet of paper that's just listed so I can remember it. I put somebody else in charge of timeouts, fouls, bonus. And then one of my assistants out of every timeout will hold up a sheet that says what we have. So that's about.
Oh, really? That's a great idea.
Yeah. So it's like an 8.5 by 11, and it will say 2 timeouts. He'll have actually timeouts, possession arrows, and fouls, I think. And he'll hold them up as they're walking out of the huddle. So that they just know to look for him, and they'll go, okay, we got 3 timeouts. We got 2 timeouts, or we're in foul trouble. They're in the bonus, and we're not in the bonus kind of thing. So it's helpful. It's just that little reminder it's like when you're sending your kids off on a Friday night, it's like, make good decisions, make sure, You're just giving them that last reminder.
Use good judgment. I got Yeah, I got you. So so you actually have a sheet of paper that has like your inbound play, just the inbound plays.
It's just the name. It's just the name. It's like it's everything we run offensively, everything we run defensively, all of our out of bounds plays, all of our quick hitters, all of our special.
Just the name.
Just the name.
Gotcha.
So I can look and go, ooh, we've run blue, blah, blah, blah. I have an assistant tracking if things are working or not working. I can ask them, but I just need to, it's just a quick reminder for me to keep track of it. I like the idea of what you're thinking though. I'm going to play with that before our first. I like the idea of just one sheet with everything, like what to do. It's kind of like football coaches have that. What to do down 7 with, do I kick? Do I punt? Do I like that kind of stuff? I like that idea. I do like that idea.
Yeah, I just don't have the experience as yourself, and so just at the end of the game when there's a little bit more on the line.
I like that. I'm going to play with that. I'm going to play with that next week because I have some time. I'm taking my son out to look at some schools, so I'll play with that. That's a good idea, actually.
Is it looking at colleges?
He is. He's going out to look at a couple.
Is he going to try to? Is he going to try to play basketball at all? Or?
He hopes he can be on the team and play, and he can shoot the ball really well. So that will be helpful. So we're going out. There's a couple schools in Maine he's looking at. So, we'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Good stuff. Cool. Those are like just the ones I want to rip off. I think we just had 15 minutes, so that's the end of the time I got with you. But one last thing on the inbound plays. Do you have inbound like sidelines or that you as part of that course? That's some of your ones that you like to run.
I do. So I'll find my situation stuff, and then I don't know if I have them diagrammed up. I'll look. I know the ones that we run. I'll diagram up. I'll find my playbook. I can send you my playbook too.
Okay.
That will have.
Because I'm kind of waiting for that. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'll just send you my playbook. It will have all my quick hitters. I'll just don't sell it to anybody in our conference. That's good.
Yeah. I'm in Arizona. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send you all that, and then you can look at that, and then I can tell you which ones I like better. They're all good, but it's just relative to which ones you're going to work on. So, and then you were asking about quick hitters too. I'm putting that up on Tuesday. October 1st is Tuesday. I think I'm putting that up on Tuesday.
Okay.
So,
and I'm waiting for that. Whenever that comes out, you had a really good conversation about triangle and 2 and boxing 1 and how to handle that. So, I guess when those are up, I can see the diagrams and check that out. So cool.
Yep. I will do that.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Hey, thanks, Coach. This is great.
Great.
Have a great day.
Yep. Bye. Hey, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe, like, jump up and down, review, do whatever you got to do. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Have a great
Booking.com is the easiest way. From a day surrounded by noise to a stay surrounded by nature. That's nice. Go on, book it. It's easy. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Close your eyes, exhale, feel your body relax, and let go of whatever you're carrying today.
Well, I'm letting go of the worry that I wouldn't get my new contacts in time for this class. I got them delivered free from 1-800-CONTACTS. Oh my gosh, they're so fast.
And breathe.
Oh, sorry. I almost couldn't breathe when I saw the discount they gave me on my first order. Oh, sorry. Namaste.
Visit 1-800-CONTACTS.com today to save on your first order.
1-800-CONTACTS.